Ho 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 YouTube! I hope everybody's doing great. It is the most anticipated time of the year. Christmas and the holidays are up. As you can hear, let me turn it off. That was my Christmas, whatever you want to call it. This is the H.E.D.S.Trek, but this was my Christmas code from a few years ago. And it gets a little bit annoying after a while. So anyway, I have no clue what I'm gonna show in this video, but it is sponsored by PCBWay.com. Many items are from PCBWay on this table, and I will continue right after this. This video is sponsored by PCBWay.com. They offer first-class PCB, stencil and assembly services. They also have 3D printing and CNC services with a vast array of options. Select the material, upload your file and get an instant quote without any delay. Your orders will be executed in a timely fashion and you can choose your shipping option that suits your schedule. PCBWay is your one-stop solution that you can trust. Okay, now that I am back, first of all, I want to thank Peter from Australia. Peter, thank you very much. You are the most generous follower, friend that I have, and I have finished your clock, and here this, and this is actually your time. My time is 2 o'clock. 2:40 in the night, as always. So anyway, your clock is done. Let me show it to you and I will ship it out to you on Monday. It has the acrylic front. I showed it before, but it was not quite finished, and now it does have acrylic back, because when I put the aluminum bottom or back on here, I did not get any Wi-Fi signal anymore. So to remedy that, I used acrylic, and this one has actually a USB Type-C connector, which is pretty much the gold standard now. And I was going to do wireless, but I don't want to have, or people have to get a wireless charger, but I know everybody has 5 volts type USB that they can use to power clocks or whatever. So anyway, this is it. It does have Type-C, acrylic back, acrylic front. It has, the nice little stand, so it faces you, and of course, or not of course, but it is based on the ESP32. It gets the time from the NTP server, and in your case, you don't have DST, daylight saving time, but if you have, say, daylight savings time, as I do, for example, it does adjust it automatically. And you have, I was gonna show it on here, but my wife's phone didn't have enough charge to do it. I was gonna show you how to set up the clock, how to put in your Wi-Fi credentials. When you first turn it on, sorry, it does create an AP point, access point, and then you can put in your Wi-Fi credential and password, or Wi-Fi network name and your credentials, and then it will automatically connect to the server and show the time. And I have this already adjusted for your time zone, and well, I have to put in the magnetic plug that I use. and it does show the blue LEDs while it gets the time, and as soon as it has the time it shows the animation, the anti-poisoning animation, and then shows the time. If it does not happen on the first time, sometimes it does not, just do it again and it will show the time. Ta-da! So I don't know why it's doing that, but always on the second time it does show the time. And this is the single version that has also now, oh, this is really hard to do this behind the phone. It does have a magnetic charge as well, and this one has also acrylic back, and same here, also type C connector, so you can just same thing, you put your Wi-Fi credentials in and then it gets the time automatically, and you have to never set it again unless your daylight savings time changes, then you have to adjust it again. But that normally does not happen. So what I also have new is these items you have seen before. I do have for RC cars a police light, and that did receive an upgrade to an acrylic case. And before it was 3D printed like that, and it had the black bottom. I don't have the bottom right now, and this gets quite downloaded a lot because I have shared this. And if anybody's out there that is watching this video and has downloaded the 3D printed file, I will give away a PCB. So if you do have it, let me know. You will get a PCB and you can populate it yourself and make yourself a police light. Here I don't have it populated, I just wanted to show the acrylic case, which it really looks nice and it gives it a different touch. So that was that. And yes, I have a new project. Actually, this is one before. This is my GPS GSM tracker, locator, geofencing. It has several inputs and outputs that you can control other items with. It has two push buttons here and here, and it has an on-off switch obviously, and it uses the common CR123 batteries or rechargeable batteries. And here actually there is no code on this yet, but I can still turn it on, and you see, well, that's a different code that I'm working on for this year. GPS, and it has a GSM module and an external antenna. You can also connect a small connector with a wire and then connect your antenna externally if you have it somewhere else. And the code that's running on here actually is a speedometer code, and that is my next project, because I had actually a few people ask me about GPS speedometers, and I also wanted to show you this PCB that I have. This is I'm sorry, this is again a multi-purpose PCB. One of the features is it has a direct connection for these stepper motors that are used in automotive gauges, and they are called X27168. And this PCB actually has the Atmega controller below the speedo, below the stepper motor. So the back is, that's the programming port, and the back is empty on this version. It has room for SD card, it has different connectors, and you can also connect the OLED display to it. And I wanted to use this to make a speedometer, but then it just wouldn't work out right. And then I came up with this design. In case you're wondering, this is based on the Atmega 32U4 that you can use on your PC. I'm using it for volume control. Maybe you have seen it in my other videos. And here is the PCB that I'm going to have PCBWay fabricate, and it's going to be open source. You can download it from there or order it by them. As I said, it's a GPS speedometer. It has OLED. I have seen a few versions of these with the smaller 128 by 32 pixel OLED, which is good for one line like an odometer. This one has a 128 by 64 pixels, and actually this one is a nice yellow, as you have seen over here on that version, which I like very much. It's not the yellow blue, it's pure yellow, and it's really bright, very nice. So, and that display will be embedded into the PCB, and of course I had to put my name on it. And this has also side emitting neopixels. I think it's 19 if I remember correctly, which will go around it. And the stepper motor is connected from the back, and you see here the OLED display, and here's the electronics for it. And this can be used as a GPS speedometer if you don't have any, if you have an older car with the mechanical shafts that turn the mechanical speedometer. You can replace it with this and also have your odometer showing. And this has also another function. It has a VSS input for a RPM meter, so you can connect your signal directly to this PCB and have your RPM shown on the neopixels in any color you want. And I will, of course, once I have the PCB, this is just paper obviously, you can have your RPM shown as well. And I'm thinking actually of maybe adding some holes for LEDs that I'm actually using here. These are 2mm flat top LEDs. I also have 3mm flat top LEDs, and I might incorporate some LEDs over here for turn signal, high beam, low beam. I don't know yet. If you have any ideas, suggestions or comments, please leave them in the comments below. And I always like to hear other ideas as well, but that is my idea for now. I will have the PCB made in white because the RPM, those neo pixels, can also be used as illumination. Speaking of illumination, there are also two neopixels underneath the needle that are connected to a different pin of the Atmega, so they can be controlled independently. So you can have actually maybe the needle light up in green and then, or change the color. The needle itself could change color. And what I want to do, this is a 3D printed needle, and I want to actually get these cut in acrylic, laser cut in acrylic, or with acrylic, no, acrylic cut with laser, that way. Sorry, it's late at night, I'm up since 7 o'clock in the morning. I know it's not your fault. Anyway, so it has also, that's what I was going to say, it has an illuminated needle. And I have actually a few designs in mind for the needle as well. And there will be different shapes for the needle. So anyway, if you're interested, please let me know. And yeah, this is the back. date. Well, I'm still working on the, well, actually this work PCB is finished, but by the time it gets done, it's gonna be first month of next year, so I have the date predated already. Anyway, this was that, and I showed you my keychain, and if you want to know more about it, please look at my past videos. You can see it there. I have my 1.67 inch IPS display here. This is my V8 shaped clock, which shows the time and date, and those moving, those are actually the pistons that are animated, so the numbers are animated like the pistons. So I think this was it. I don't want to drag it on for too long. If you do like it, please do subscribe and like the video and share it. If you can buy me a coffee if you like via PayPal, or become even maybe a Patreon, that would be really nice. And other than that, thank you very much for all the support that I'm getting. And I also have Banggood affiliate links on the bottom of the video, so you can use those as well if you want to support me, or go to my Tindy store and maybe you'll find something that you like, that you would like to buy. Anyway, this is it. I wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and for the people that are not celebrating, great New Year. Of course, all the other people as well, a great New Year. And this is it for today. Thank you and take care, everybody.